Alright, welcome everyone. Round 2 of the DC event. Let me pull up my stream, see if my levels sound good. Give me 1 second. Oh good, I'm live. That's a good sign. Give me 1 second, folks. Yep, we definitely want to change the title as per usual. That's loud. Alright. Anyone saying anything in chat just yet? I don't see it because I'm changing up the title. Round 2 of DC. We have WIN versus WPA. Alright, there we go. Should be good. Saving that. Heading back over. And one day I'll figure out how to do this beforehand. YouTube's a little bit harder than Twitch. Twitch is pretty straightforward. The interface is a little bit easier. But most of you guys know me on YouTube, so this is kind of where we're at. Alright, pulling up the stream now. Alright, good. And volumes sound good. I see chat now, so welcome everyone. So like I said, this is round 2. We have WIN versus WPA. Battle of the W's. Both teams, as I predicted, have showed up. The first round is done, so all the no-show people are pretty much gone and done with. Everyone now is here to play seriously. Full contingent for WPA. In the blue. WIN. Full contingent over here. Ready to go. This should be a very good matchup, honestly. I'm really looking forward to this. Both sides have well-known players. Both sides have polished up their strategies. Should be a very exciting matchup. We have about a minute left, I think, before the prep phase is done. Pretty much even so far, if we look at all the castles. 30 on the side of WPA, 24 on the side of WIN. But as we've seen before, the number of the castles only plays a very small role. It's all about the strategy you employ, how quickly you can retaliate. So we'll see which team shines out of the two in this second round battle. 10 seconds left, I believe, in this prep phase. So we'll keep our eyes in the sky on over here for the crystal mine. Actually, I think we will go out to see if we can't see some of the lines going through. Alright, here we go. And both sides are long marching into the crystal mine. Everybody's pretty much doing that, while some people are also moving on in. Looks like WPA will at first take over the crystal mine, as long as they can hold on to that for the time being. They will try and fill that up as quickly as possible. Going right on over to WIN. So their march actually went ahead and got that in there. Oh, goodness. Yep. So WIN went ahead and took over the crystal mine for now. We'll see what happens there. Let's look at the rest of the map, though. It would appear as though WIN has taken over the training grounds as well as the armory. WPA has the South Tower Blessings as well. No, actually, WIN has the North Tower Blessings. Most of the supply points looks like they're uncontested. I do see a couple taken over by WIN. We will now begin to see who's starting what. WPA is not wasting any time. They are beginning rallies against the armory as well as the crystal mine. A super rally against the crystal mine, as it were. So that will be interesting. This will be a very good test to see how well they can hold up against the very strong contingent that WIN is placing in here. Let's see if we can't see some of the troops that WIN is placing in there. Good focus on seeing a lot of archers. Delfire especially. That's quite a few Delfire. Followed also by a lot of Griffins, Paladins as well. Very strong T13 contingent. Most of these are either Razored, or whatever the defensive one's called. I always forget that. So WPA is on the warpath right now. They're going to be hitting the Crystal Mine with a Super Rally as well as the Training Grounds. Win at this point is only going to be trying to get the Armory. Looks like they are setting a counter rally against it to try and offset any damage WPA may try to impose. And we will actually go on over to there, as that will be the first to be hit. Followed very closely by the Crystal Mine. Training Grounds is also going to be hit by a rally, and WIN is responding with a counter. So it seems they would have pretty good confidence in the Crystal Mine at this point, since they're not setting a counter rally against it. We will see how well that works for them, though. We're actually going to go over there, because that's really important to see how well this works. So Super Rally is marching on in. We will find out what happened to the Training Grounds after this. Takes a little bit of time for the animation to go through, but if those numbers stay red, then unfortunately WPA would be unsuccessful in bringing them back out. See a scout going through, so I'm wondering if the... Okay, here it is. Alright, so it looks like it was close. A 4.9 million march from Bella's contingent into Win, and it did really well. Like, it actually almost knocked them out. Perhaps if there was a double Super Rally on that, that would be enough, because there was only 2.5 soldiers remaining after that. So real quick, we are going to take a look and see how most of this worked. I don't think I have the concise view just yet. I actually want to go on down to see how well I'm going super fast because I want to see how well the defensive troops held up and which ones were the big money makers. Maybe a little... Did I already go through it? May have already went through it. That's my bad. Sorry, guys. Just really want to get to this. Alright, so defending troops, those are your defensives. All 80s all around for Paladins. They did nearly 1 million of the kills. Look at that. I want to see the Delfires, actually. I want to see how well they did. We see the T11 Vugelman going at it. All 60s all around. Very strong. All 50s for the T13 Elephants here. That's really good. 75s all around for the Griffins. Where are my Delfires? How well did they do? The Delfires, we have 2 80s, a 78, and a 62. Not as much as I would have thought they would have done. Looks like almost the T11s did more work than them. But that's still good to know. A lot of people ask about Delfires. I know we spent a lot of time on that. I really just wanted to look at that. We see another Super Rally going after the Training Grounds. So that's going to be the next big point of contention. While that's going through, let's take a look at the maps. Currently, WIN is in a pretty good lead at 224 versus WPA's 101. Win has the Crystal Mine, North Tower Blessings, Training Grounds, and Armory. WPA has the South Tower Blessings, a couple of teleport points, but most of this is painted red in favor of Win at the moment. We'll see how well this Super Rally goes against the Training Grounds. We have another Super Rally going up against the Crystal Mine as well, but as I was saying before, it looks like they may have to have 2 Super Rallies in order to burn through that. Looks like they're going to do 1 Super and 1 Normal, though, so that could be interesting. That could be... They're a little spread apart, though. 1 minute for the Super, and then there's about a 20-second lag between the second one, which may or may not give them enough time, Win, that is, to reinforce after the first rally. So they may have to use a rally assault to get it there quicker, in order for it to be an actual point of contention. So let's see. It looks like... Okay, so the Super Rally that went in to the... Sorry. Super Rally went into the Training Grounds was perfect because it looks like they may have pulled out before they went in there. At least that's how it looks at this point. Yeah, because... Yeah, so, yeah, that's exactly what happened. Super Rally literally hit no one. There was only 82 troops in there. They pulled out mostly. So they may be trying to hit that right back. In the meantime, this Crystal Mine is going to be hitting about 10 seconds. So we're going to go right on back to that. We're going to see what they do with this second rally on the Crystal Mine. Again, WIN is does not look very concerned about their Crystal Mine, as they have not set a counter rally like they've done with all of the others. So we do see the super rally going off. Crystal Mine for the second one, the normal one, is still 10 seconds away. Not sure if we have a thing yet. We do. Ouch. It was a little bit bigger of a loss there. They may have changed up their contingent, either one of the other sides. But now it's going to be up to that second rally. We're going to see if it had enough time to get in there. That was not it. And it is either still calculating or they pulled it back. I'm not sure at this point, as we don't have a second. Oh, wait, here we go. Grand defeat. Okay, so yeah, so what was left in there was about 4.1. I'm not sure if they were able to reinforce that. Let's go back over here and see how many there were. Okay, so it looks like they were, because what survived out of that was 2.6 million, and then what went back in there filled it up to about 4.1 million. So that may have had a... Well, no, after that it probably still wouldn't have, because 1.4 million is still lower than the 2.6 that was in there before. So really, it's going to have to be 2 super rallies consecutively in order to knock them out. But right now, WPA is falling very much behind, with WIN having a 617 points over WPA's 213. And there's currently no action going on at the moment, as most of the map is becoming red. Although now we do see WIN going after the training grounds, which is currently occupied by Footwork. There's a couple people actually in here. Seems like mostly cavalry base troops are in here. So it'll be interesting to see how WIN responds to that. WIN is also setting a point for a supply point, which is another one of Footwork's contingents. Also seems to be cav focused. But the first one to go through will be the training ground, so we will focus on that. And we do see WPA throwing out a counter rally against the training grounds in case they do lose it. They're also going after the armory, so that's going to be their next point. Bella at the helm on this one. There's currently no troops in there, so really if they just slow marched into there, it would be theirs. Alright, so here it comes. As I was predicting before, WPA is throwing out a double super rally against the Crystal Mine. One is going to be by Selego, the other one's going to be by Footwork. At the moment, WIN is not throwing out a counter rally just yet against it. But we will see what happens. There's still currently no troops within the training grounds. That's the first one that's really going to be going off. See, the armory's also about to be hit. No troops in there. Training grounds. The training grounds do have troops in there. So that's my apologies if I said that wrong. Training ground has troops. Armory does not. We see troops being dispersed. We do see how the contingent from WIN's side went on into Footworks. Pretty much knocked them out. So what is their attacking focus? Their attack focus... not really infantry focus. There are some infantry kills in there. It actually does look like more of an infantry-focused contingent at this point. There's some other ones spliced in there, but not enough to really merit what looks to be a more infantry-focused assault. Alright, so that was what they were focusing on there. The Crystal Mine should have actually went through at this point, because I don't see it up, and I only see one of the Crystal Mine things so far. So the first one was Footworks. Footworks with a 4.8 million going into WIN's contingent. Only was able to wound 1.7 mil of them right now. Although I did see two lines going in there, so I'm curious where the second one is, where the second report is. Oh, here it is, okay. So the first one, it looks like Footwork hit first, and then Selego tried to come in and wipe it out. They were able to only leave 2.8 million of WIN's contingent. That was after a double super rally. A valiant effort by WPA. Just extremely strong stats on the side of WIN. WIN is also on the warpath right now. They're going after what's in the training grounds. Currently, there's no troops in there, and then that should be an easy win over for Win. Then we have 2 of the supply points as well. So Lego has a few troops in there that I believe I just saw going back. And then there's no troops within that one. So looks like WPA is going to try and supply point trade with them at this point. See which ones they can hold on to. Currently WIN with a commanding 937 points versus WPA's 357. Most of the area is painted red, with the exception of a couple of supply points and the armory. However, everything else kind of ticking in the favor of WIN right now. They've been holding strong onto the crystal mine, so that's going to be netting them 8 points per minute, as well as all the kills that they are gathering. WIN setting a rally for the crystal mine. I'm not sure if they were expecting to see a rally against there or something like that, but looks like they're setting a random rally for that. The 1 million man march. I mean, look at that. I mean, that is just strong. Just over 1 million within that march. I mean, that's impressive. Not gonna lie. So a couple of the supply points are about to be hit. I'm going to see if there's any... This one was close, though, it said. All right, straight gangsta. Oh, my goodness. That's unfortunate. That's nearly a full rally for straight gangsta. 3.9 million going into a less than a million contingent. Unfortunately, still not able to knock them out. It was a close battle, it seems. Well, actually, I'm sorry, no. He was able to knock it out. I was just looking at the power loss. But since Win's contingent had nothing left, they did win that. I was just going by the so close. That's why I thought it was a loss. Yeah, and some people are just pulling back. So we have a triple super rally going into the crystal mine. WPA means business. They want to take this out. Who's at the helm here? We have Bella at the helm on the first one, Footwork on the second one, and Selego at the helm on the third one. This will be very interesting. I don't think Win can stand up against a triple rally. I do not believe so. Especially if they are consecutive hits and they don't have enough time to reinforce after each hit. This should easily go on over to WPA. So we will see how well this goes for them. We're basically just gonna train our eyes on this. But at this point, no counter rallies are being set by WIN. They are still confident that they can hold this. The only one that has me worried is the last one. The last one is lagging by about 10 seconds. So these first two are going to hit pretty much simultaneously. Looks like Footworks will hit first, Bellas will hit second. Now, I see some backing, so that might mean that it's already calculated, but the third one's about to hit as well. They need to speed that up and hopefully get there before WIN can reinforce. I see a lot of troops going back. I don't see numbers changing, though. Goodness. So the first one went in. Foot went in there. 1.5 million were knocked out by Foot. The next one, Bella knocked out another 1.6, which left 2.4 million left. And then, half of those were taken out by Selego, with 1.9 still remaining. A triple rally against their leader was still not enough. I mean, the defensives are so strong. Defensive damage is in 300 range. Defensive damage taken, 280. Oh my goodness. That's some power there. That is some serious power. Well, at this point, WPA will have a rally going into the supply point up here, where there are no troops. WIN is not yielding any losses if they don't have to at this point. However, WPA is still trying to hold fast in the points that they have, while WIN is pulling back. Currently, WIN at a whopping 1,361 points versus WPA's 534. So Stray Ganks is going to try and rally out the armory. There's still 1.9 million troops in there, I believe. Collectively? No, it's not collectively. I'm sorry. That's my bad. But it looks like a lot of the troops are going backwards now, so they may be pulling out. Now, we do see a couple of super rallies going on the side of WIN. These might be the first that I've seen. A second one, I guess, because I do see that one of the horns up there has 2. So they're going to go into the training grounds, where Footwork is at the helm. Footwork, I'm not sure why they're sending a super rally. There's not even 1 million troops in there. They may have expected there to be more. Okay, either way. So they'll be sending their second super rally of the game into a group of less than 1 million at this point. And that'll be the next one on the slate for WIN. They've got a double rally actually against the training ground. So I'm wondering, okay, so all troops have been pulled out. There may have been a full contingent before, and if they scouted, they're going to see exactly what we see, that there's no troops in there. So I'm not sure if they want to call off the super rally. It looks like they're not. I mean, this will be an easy win going on over. So there's the WIN there. WPA will be going over to Armory. Armory has no troops, so that will be an easy victory over to them. Training Grounds has a double rally set against it, which was just taken by WIN. It's like, again, very archer focused, because, I mean, we see the archer hero in there. Very defensive archers in there. I mean, this one does look a little more balanced as far as what I'm looking at, but... Okay, so they may be by hero. So the first person has an archer hero, the second one has an infantry hero. So they may be focusing on what they have best. Warhammer is just neutral. Selma's pretty neutral. Another infantry player. So it looks like each player has their own focuses, which is really, really good, actually, if you think about it. Oh, we have a couple of super rallies going into... and we finally have our castle rallies. Okay, so he bubbled. So that went down. But Win is initiating castle rallies now. So it looks like they'll be bubbling up. So the next super rallies will be against this port over here. Win is fully removing their troops. So that will be a moot point for WPA at this point. So it wouldn't surprise me if now WIN's rhetoric is just to literally burn every castle that they can find. I'm surprised they haven't pulled this one back, as the bubble's been on for quite a while. And there it goes. We see that slow crawl. With no... yeah, okay, now they're speeding up so it can just be done with. There we go, and then it goes back. Alright, so again, like I said, this supply point has no troops, so that's not really going to be anything. WIN is going after the armory, which does have troops in it. Stray Gangster is staying in there, along with Church, Toddy, Salego, Kitten of Death, and Lazy Hot Pirate. So they will be in there for the time being. We see another super rally being initiated by WIN. We do see that there are troops currently in there. Wouldn't surprise me if they pull them out, though. As pretty much all activity is pretty much stopping at this point. Training grounds may also be hit pretty soon. Currently, WIN is in a commanding lead with 1,721 versus WPA 665. I'm not sure how much longer WIN's going to keep on the strategic warpath with going after points, and if they may just start trying to hit more castles. Don't see too much action besides those, so we will just wait for that to happen. Although WPA is going to be trying to hit a supply point pretty soon. That'll be the third rally to go off. Oh, being canceled. Probably just checking to see how many were in there. So the supply point that has a super rally going against it, there's still troops within there. Looks like people are reinforcing. Nope, looks like those are just single marches. Yeah, those are... Oh, there we go. There's a scout. First one was a march, though, I believe. Curious if that did anything. All right, so a single march did go into Bella's contingent. Nearly identical amounts of troops, although Footwork had a few more in there, along with the contingent, and was able to stave off the attack from WIN. And again, we have another triple rally going into the Crystal Mine. WPA is not relenting. They want to get this victory, and I think that is amazing. At least get some blood in there. So the first group will be headed up by Footwork. They may have switched up their contingent a little bit. We can't see what they have, though. Bella will be the second person at the helm, and the third person will be Salego. Again, one of these rallies is about just a little bit over 10 seconds lagging, but we saw from last time when there was a 10-second lag that it didn't matter. They didn't have enough time to get back in there. So before these go off, gotta get rid of that. So before this goes off, let's see. Curious what they have in there. I mean, it is all the leader. I don't believe there's anyone else in there. Yeah, there's nobody else in there. So it's literally a 5.7 million troop contingent in there. This is going to be very tough, but we do see that these are going to start. I lost my place. Where is the Crystal Mine? There we go. All right, we do see troops going back. And that's WPA. That means that they were not successful in that. One was so close, though. So this might have been the biggest hit that Footwork was able to do. That's almost a 2 million loss on the side of Win. And then this one with Bella's nearly knocked them out. Nearly knocked them out. 500,000 were left if that third one would have hit, and it did hit. WPA was able to take it over. Where's my rally here? There it is. All right, so they were able to actually get in a few more troops. As you saw, there was only about 500,000 left, so they doubled that amount, but Salego's contingent was able to knock out the remainder. So now they will do their best to, although I am seeing, all right, so that's WPA going through. All right, so they wanted to make sure that they got in there and that WIM was not able to take it back. I don't see any other, let's see, I just want to make sure. Yeah, okay. Yep, so that actually, I made a mistake. Salego's, that was the last one that went through, and then there was a 1 million man single march from Win trying to knock him out, and they were unsuccessful. So now, they should have a full contingent in there, as I do see troops going back. But will WIN let that sit, or will they go for this? WPA's wasted no time. They're sending a double rally into the armory to try and take that over. Currently, WIN's going after a couple of teleport points, one of which is a super rally, but there's no troops in there, so yet again, there won't be any kill victories from that. WIN about to breach 2,000 points. WPA at 830, although with a very good victory against the Crystal Mine, it shows that even this team can bleed. We'll see what WIN's response is, if they want to go back after the Crystal Mine or if they're just going to stay put for the time being and regroup. But looks like right now WPA is the only one on the warpath. All right, so WIN will send a counter rally into the armory, which is being double rallied by WPA. Currently there's no troops in there, so that double rally is kind of a moot point. However, if they try and stay in there, then the armory will be hit pretty soon by WIN. WIN is also setting a rally against the Crystal Mine. So pretty much there's a bunch of people in there right now. It's not really all one person's contingent. Nearly all of the strong players are from WPA is in there, with the exception of Footwork. I didn't see him in there. But this will be a normal rally going into there, and we'll see how well that works. I mean, there's 3 people on the side of WIN that has a 1 million march. I mean, I guess in this day it's not that difficult. If you use your Lord talent, you have like 100 or 110% max march, plus the governor's set on your the governor's set on your governor. I guess it's not that difficult to get that these days. It's just, you don't normally see that every day. And these are rather big rallies, too. 5.4 million troops going into there. My goodness. Well, we'll see if they can stave off this normal rally, as both sides are continuing the warpath, which is very admirable. Even if you're going to lose, you might as well get those points, because these rewards are no joke. This is the big leagues, folks. This is the big leagues. And really, it's my favorite tournament. I mean, World Cup's cool. You get a max castle, but this is showing your current work in your current castle, which, you know, gets you bragging points, in my opinion. Either way, the crystal mine is about to go on over. We see the march going through. We see the attack. Blue numbers are still there. But will it change to red? I'm seeing WPA, and it gets knocked out. WIN will be victorious. Oh, goodness. Yeah, 13 million power loss on WIN. Full loss from Selego's contingent. I mean, it's Selego's contingent, but there were a bunch of people in there. What are their offense? This will be the first time we'll get to really see that. Wow. The mid-250s. 262 offensive damage, 232. And again, the arrays that are in here are very, very impressive. Those paladins doing some decent work. But mostly, I thought these guys were mostly archer focused. At least he was. Looks a little more balanced in this group, though. I don't know. The Delphire's I always thought would do more damage if they had high numbers. But I guess it's just what they were marching into. Either way, WIN will resume play on the Crystal Mine. We see a triple rally being set for the Crystal Mine on the side of WPA. They are normal rallies, though. They are not supers. And if you don't know how I know that, you can tell what a super is on these things if it has a yellow border around it. These are all just normal, clear, black borders. So that's kind of how we, as the eyes in the sky, know if it's a super or if it's a regular. What's most interesting, too, is just seeing how many supers each team has used. You can tell that underneath each of the, where it says 8 per minute or the 0 per minute, there's 5 that's been used by WIN and 16 used by WPA. So this is very strong. But we'll see how well 3 normal rallies go. Bella at the helm for 1, Footwork at the helm for 2, and Selego at the helm for 3. Although the third one is definitely lagging behind way more than the other ones were. Looking at about a 20-second deficit, really. Close there, too. So at least these first 2 will get off before they can reinforce. This third one's going to take, unless it's going to be a rally assaulted, it's not really going to do anything. I see troops going back. Let's see if they both went through, and they did. The first one was a complete defeat. Unfortunately, only 419,000 were able to be wounded by Footwork contingent. And then a grand defeat over here. Yeah, only 814,000 from Bella's contingent. But then again, we have to remember this was only a regular rally. This is not a super rally. The other joiners are not getting the stats of the rally setter. Yeah, it's just not enough. You need those supers, but I'm pretty sure they've used them all. Now, here's what I was talking about. So you see like the yellow print on the supply point, that's a super. But we're starting to see more castle rallies now, and we do see that one just flew away. So that one's going to be non-existent. Supply point's also going to receive a super. There are people in there, but I wouldn't be a bit surprised if they start doing a lot more castle rallies. I'm kind of wondering why it took this long. Currently no one in there, though. So we'll see. And you do see how they cancel that one out. I think it's just a supply point war at this point. WIN with 2,682 points. WPA recently breaching the 1,000 point mark at 1,107. By all accounts, this looks like this will be a WIN victory. They will go on to the next round, as far as I can see. And they will face yet another powerful opponent. Unfortunately, I will not be around that weekend to stream, but I will be back for the quarterfinals. And hopefully the finals. There's a bunch of supply points at this point. Not a whole lot of noteworthy things going on. WIN's group marches in to Footwork's contingent. Also, the only reason why I'm calling WPA by their names is because I can read them. WINs have characters that I simply just can't read, so it's just WIN the whole way through for me. And more supply points are being hit from both sides. WPAs will hit first over here with no group. And this I do find this admirable about WIN. I mean, they have such a commanding lead. However, they are still staying true to their strategy. WIN sets a rally against a non-crystal mine node, and they pull back. So they do not yield any kill points. That's very impressive on the side of WIN. WIN is also getting 16 points per minute. 8 from the crystal mine, 8 from the training ground. Armory is currently under WPA contention, so that could tick over to their favor, although we do see how WIN will be setting a march for that in 1 minute. Just not enough time to let this 172nd thing elapse. So 4.3 million contingent that will go into that. I do have to wonder, though, like, if people were going to be vacating the nodes upon any rally, I would actually send in a troop right after that just so we can take it, you know? Like, so if I was WPA and I set a rally to Armory, I saw the troops leave, I would just cancel the rally and move a troop in there just to take it over. I mean, at that point, you can focus on other rallies, but there's so much going on. It's so difficult to really do anything like this. There's so much micromanagement you have to do for these types of things. And the eyes in the sky don't have all that stress. We can see things pretty clearly. At this point, WPA has troops in there. We do see scouts going through, and now WPA is pulling back. We see another castle rally being happening against COS. Now, that's a very strong castle. That I'd be curious to see if... No, actually, yeah, COS is still very strong. So I'm not sure if he's going to want to eat that. Because from what I hear, if you flip your hospital, they are permanent losses. I would be a bit surprised. COS is going to have to move soon. Otherwise, they are probably going to rally assault this. I mean, that's 6 minutes. They're going to rally assault that instantaneously. He's looking like he's going to sit and eat it, though. Here it comes. No, those were reinforcements. It's like a full contingent. Oh, there we go. There's a bubble. Okay. So I was getting a little worried there because I didn't want to see him lose any troops there. So that one will be called off pretty soon. They'll probably try and use their rally assault for someone else. At this point in the game, it would behoove WPA to just be safe. Especially since these are permalosses if the hospital gets flipped. Don't want to lose troops here. I do see there's a lot of troops going in there, so I'm wondering what Selego's doing. Selego might be going after one of the, he's going after one of the supply points. At this point, okay, Super Rally is being set against Armory. At this point, I'm going to try and focus on what's being Super Rallied and or if a Castle Rally gets hit, because really at this point, there's almost no way WPA can catch up, but there might be some exciting rallies that may take place. So I'm going to try and focus on Supers and Castles, because these little supply points really aren't doing much right now. And we can kind of see WIN's song and dance. If it's not the Crystal Mine, they're pulling out regardless. So if I looked at this, there's probably no troops in there. No, I stand corrected. So some of them do. It's weird how they're kind of switching up their strategy a little bit here. So if they think they can hold on to it, then they will, it looks like. And if they don't, then they pull out. They're only staying if they believe they have a surefire victory. Oh, another castle rally. We're going to see what this one is. All right, Squishy. No, I know him. He's actually one of the old rally setters. Depending upon who's setting it, though, it's not the king. I still wouldn't take it. Just be safe. Just don't do it. I wouldn't. But we also know it's going to be, I mean, it's being reinforced, so that could be a potential that it's going to be taken. They may also just be doing that just to be on the safe side in case he doesn't bubble. But if this gets pulled in quickly, I believe there will probably be there will probably be a rally assault. I'm seeing a lot of troops going in, so it looks like he's going to try and eat it. They may have even talked amongst each other, because I know sometimes in DC events they will do that. They'll make a chat for both groups. So he may have invited this. Another rally also being... They're setting 2 rallies. That means it's probably going to happen. Oh my goodness, it's going to probably happen. All right, buckle up, folks. This could be interesting. 1... Nope, still 2 there. Dude, they set 2 rallies. Oh my god. I'm actually rooting for Squishy, man. I want to see you get burned. All right, here comes 1. Here comes 1. Are we going to see fire? Please bubble if you see fire, man. There's another one coming at you soon. Still waiting. I'm not sure if there's there's nothing yet. We know 1 just went off. It's taken so long. Okay, bubble. Okay. So clearly he saw something that we haven't seen yet. And it's not there. We're still not seeing anything. I don't see a power loss from him. I'm wondering if that failed. The actual rally, I mean, because literally I'm not seeing anything. I could have sworn I saw that go off. So it's possible that he bubbled in the nick of time as the first one went through, and just nothing happened. Because at this point, even if we didn't see the report, we would see a power loss, and there's nothing there. So that's the end of that one then. We'll see what WIN's next target will be, if they try and even make any more potential targets. I mean, even this is also a good strategy. I'm actually going to stop talking for a second. That is the leader going after someone. All right, Lazy Hot Pirate is next on the chopping block. We'll see if they take it. There will not be a rally assault because this is only a minute. I don't see that happening. So whatever Lazy Hot Pirate thinks about doing, it's got a little bit less than a minute to decide. Still checking to see if there was castle rally even here, and there isn't. So yeah, looks like Selego's nice and safe. All right, now this one's even scarier because this is the king setting this rally. Oh, rally assault. That's rally assault. That was definitely not a minute. All right, well, we're gonna finally get our... I see fire. Don't see it. Okay, disbursement. Oh, good. Oh, no. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I feared. Yeah. Oh, no. I mean, I commend Lazy Hot Pirate for taking that. I mean, trying to see what they could do against a very strong contingent. But as we can see here, there was no contest. And unfortunately, I believe that's 45 million permanent losses that I don't believe you get back at the... oh, yeah, no. Yeah, those defensives were definitely too low to stave that off. Well, I'm going to check really quick to see if there's any other rallies going off. Oh, there is another one. So we're going to watch this one too. I'm really... If someone can tell me in chat if I'm wrong and that these are not permanent losses, that'll make me feel better. But I've heard 3 different reports from people that they are permanent losses. I really hope they're not, though. You shouldn't have to lose it in a tournament. You just shouldn't. So we'll watch this rally to see if it goes through, and if it doesn't, we're going to analyze that report. We're going to see which troops did the most work. Okay, so that's being bubbled. Let's take a look at this really quick. That's not right. Where's... Oh, there it is. I'm sorry. Okay, so let's see which troops did the most here. All right, so the Paladins did some very good work. Combined effort, more than 1 million as far as those went. Even the T-13 Siege, I mean, those are probably the weakest ones in here, but they did decent. Vugelman did decent. Nothing really mind-shattering here. Griffins did decent work. I'm still looking for, like, those million makers. All right, Delphi, we're finally seeing stuff here. 1.5 million loss here. All right, so Delphire finally doing work, what I've been wanting to see. Just unfortunate it was against WPA. 1.4 million from T12 archers. So again, this was a very archer-focused group here. Curious what their archer attack was. 17, yeah. Like I said, it looked like they were archer-focused, and indeed they were. I'm just going to check and see if there are any other rallies that went through that we didn't get to see. Looks like there isn't. But yeah, this is definitely an archer-focused group. All right, Muffin's saying there's no official word. So hopefully when they leave, we will find out that they are just fine, that they did not permanently lose, that all is good in the world. I mean, it would make sense if there was permanent losses in the tournament, but just in the tournament. Like, oh my god, you flipped your hospital. You can't use those for the rest of the tournament. I'd like that rule. I would not like to see permanent losses in the entire game. I think that's a little too much. But as far as strategy goes, knocking troops out of the tournament completely, that's a great idea, in my opinion. But that's just me. Alright, sounds good, Muffin. Please let me know. Well, we still have 32 minutes left in this match. There are still plenty of people here in order for them to set rallies on. Which, like I was saying before, too, this is also a viable strategy, really. If you just take out a lot of the rally joiners by making them bubble, then that's one less contingent that's in your group, and it's going to be harder to fill. If you can take those out one by one, you've essentially taken them out of the game. And especially if there are permanent losses, at least within the tournament-wise. Sorry about that noise, by the way. It's a great strategy. But only if you have the ability to take them out. You yourself do not want to lose any. But a strong opponent like WIN, as we just saw with those very archer-focused troops, just shredding. And the T-13s as well. I mean, that was really impressive. I've been wanting to see that. So we don't have any action. I'm going to go back to this. I'm going to see some of the other groups. And I believe most of them were sending in archers. We saw the first two people. So we'll keep going through that. That's the second person. We already know, we know this song and dance. Yeah, 1.4 million by the T12. Very, very impressive. I mean, even the T11 Siege. T11 Siege did work as well. Nearly 500k. Yep, Griffins just, you know, they're not doing as much damage. Oh, my bad, I knocked out of that. Nearly 1 million from the T12. So it looks like the T12 archers did most of the damage there. Oh, we do see a super rally going over here. Looks like it's going to be against the Armory. Currently, the Armory does have troops in there, so that will be interesting to see if that goes through. Not sure there's a whole lot of other targets that WIN can really look at. I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone back here has been told to stay shielded. And that is by design. Like, even when I was on their team, when I was in their kingdom, if you were not one of the front liners, you were in the back, you were to stay shielded. It looks like they're doing that as well. I mean, you really don't want to see anyone lose their castle. You also don't want to give away ancillary points either. Currently, there's a lot of activity going on. Mostly, I think they're just trying to get points at this point so that they can get the max level of rewards. Which is why we see all these going through. You can actually even look at this really quick. I mean, most of the people have a good amount of points. Jeez, that's just a lot. I mean, it's a very strong opponent that WPA is against right now. Be very curious to see. I'm not looking at the brackets right now, so I don't know who they're facing next. Yeah, as I said, next week I will not be streaming, unfortunately, but there will be some other people who will be doing stuff. I will return next week. And at this point, we just have a bunch of supply points. So I'm going to keep this stream open for a little bit longer. I'm going to see if there's any more castle rallies. I really don't think there's going to be anyone else. I mean, they could try and be brazen and try and go... Does Squishy unshield? Oh, goodness. Squishy unshielded. So, unless that was a 1 minute shield... I mean, you know, one of those 1 hour shields. I mean 1 minute. Then he's going to have a cooldown timer that's going to be quite a bit. So if WIN sees that, they may indeed try and hit him. Move my mic a little bit because I just switched positions. There we go. Looking around, though, I mean, I don't see anyone else who could be a good target. I mean, they'd have to really want to test their might. Everyone else over here is very strong. See a lot of troops going into Solego. Looks like he's trying to go after something. I may have been mistaken. The animation was a little off. Currently, if we're looking at the map, though, WIN with 4,400 points, WPA with 1,600. The area is completely painted red with the exception of a few places, which is really the only places that WIN is even considering at this point. Oh, Castle Rally. Yep, Solego. I had a feeling he may be next, but he's also really strong. So I actually don't think the WIN's going to take this one. Regardless, it may still be a good idea for him to just shield. I think he's going to try and take it, though. He's got 40 seconds to decide. So I think, yeah, he's already used his rally assault. I think he's going to try and take it. So this is going to be very interesting if he does take it. We'll watch this closely, folks. That is a 6.1 million troop march. They are using tons of buffs on this. He may actually want to shield. That's a lot of troops. That's more troops than the last one. All right. Looks like he's going to take it. Best of luck to you, bud. I am rooting for you. Here it comes. And this is when the heart rate just skyrockets and you just hope for the best. All right. I don't see fire. Oh. Okay, so technically that is a victory because all of the attacking troops were annihilated. But that's still a huge power loss. 124 million, 17 perma loss, 10 mil wounded, 52 surviving. I mean, like I said, he's a strong castle. So we will analyze this. I just want to see if there's any more activity. He will probably heal that up super quick. Although I don't believe he'll take another hit. I don't believe he will sit for another one. Where was it? This one. So let's analyze that one a little bit here. I mean, actually, let's look at his defensives. His defensives are on point. 200. All of them were in the 200s. Very strong. Nearly offsetting the offensives, but just not enough. Let's take a look. We're going to probably see the same song and dance. This is mostly... Although here, we do see that the Paladins are putting in more work than they did against the other castle. Griffins just aren't doing as much work. Yeah, so it looks like the infantry were more focused here. Because the archers are not doing as much damage. So we'll take a look at the next group, see how well their infantry did, just to see. Okay, they didn't throw in as many. Vogelman, yeah, 250k, not bad. Some more cav damage in there. So that's that there. It looks like WIN does not want to send another march into him, though. So that's respect. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I mean, I am very happy that he staved off that attack. Trust me. Even if the power difference was different, it's still a moral victory to stand up against such a strong opponent. Currently 23 minutes left in this match. Most of the area is painted red. Win about to breach 5,000 points. WPA 1825. Just curious if they're going to throw any more super rallies on some castles here. It does look like Squishy went ahead and bubbled, although we do see another rally going through. They're going to try for Bear. Bear is having none of that, and I don't blame him. After seeing all those hits, and that's also their leader. Not quite a million, so the buff might have ran out for that at least. But Bear is having none of that. Just going to go ahead and play it safe. I don't blame him at all. Do it, do it, do it. Looks like most of the team is actually going ahead and shielding. Straight Gangster's still there. Darth Sid is also still unshielded. Salego holding true. Bella and Footwork are obviously unshielded at this point, but the rest of the crew I believe, is fully shielded. So unless they want to try some random attack here, I think that might have been the end there. I don't see them throwing out anything else. I stand corrected. Who are they going after? They're going after Salego. They want to try and hit him again. But this is a different rally setter here. This is not the leader. It is a super, but it's not the leader. Yep, Salego went ahead and bubbled. Alright, I mean, that's totally fine. It's totally fine, totally understandable. Which leaves only a few options. I mean, if you really want to try and go after some of the juggernauts here, I mean, have at it, but I don't see them doing that. Really, your only two viable options is going to be either Straight Gangster or Darth Sid. I don't think they're going to be brazen enough to go after Bella or Footwork, but hey, you never know. I've seen weirder things happen. Okay, that's still the same rally. I want to make sure that wasn't a different one. Surprised they don't just cancel it as soon as they see that. Yeah, for those of you guys who are just joining, by the way, I haven't... Let's see what's going on. Hey, Malachi. I'm sorry, I haven't been looking at chat too much. I've been focusing on this. Gonna be doing one later. Probably not. I was supposed to do one earlier, and it didn't have... Oh, who are they going after? They're going after Footwork. Oh, goodness gracious. I am certain he's not going to... They're setting a double rally. I don't think Footwork is going to shield. I don't see him shielding. But they are setting a double against him. Oh my... He actually bubbled. Wow. That's respect. Oh, wow. Yeah, I mean, when they set two rallies, I guess that's a little too much. I'm not going to lie. I was actually hoping to see that. I was really hoping to see that. Because I know how strong Footwork is. I mean, that had been like... I may have actually made a highlight reel just for that rally, if that was the case. So that, unfortunately, is not happening. Which tells me they may actually go after Bell. Looks like Darth Sid went ahead and... he shielded it up. Straight Gangster shielded up. So really all that's left is Bella. So I'm wondering if they're just leaving no other options but for Bella to be rallied. So at this point, we're going to stay live as long as Bella does not shield. But if she does, there's literally no other... There's nothing else. Here it comes. We're going to find out. Oh, Fallen Angel. Oh, I guess I didn't see that. I'm pretty sure they will go ahead and shield up too. Or teleport. I mean, they're just going to... Yeah. I mean, that is a temporary solution. There's only 7 teleports left on the side of WPA. So we will see if they are extremely brazen and want to go after Bella. So the same person, just want to make sure that it was the same person. I'd love to see it. I mean, I thought Footwork would sit for it, but these guys aren't very strong, so that's understandable. If they go after Bella, I am. It's gonna be it would be a great thing to analyze. I'd spend the rest of this stream just analyzing that one report, but we will see. I'm actually surprised that the King from WIN didn't like single march some of these guys, or at least try and see, because he does have a 1,000,000-man march by himself. I'm sure he has some buffs to boot. But yeah, right now, it's definitely a WIN victory. Just depends upon if we're going to see any more action or not. Not sure at this point. The guys who have stuck with this, I mean, thank you, by the way. I'm just happy that WPA put up a strong fight for as long as they did. Like, some people would have just been like, all right, give up, just give them the damn points and then just move on. But not WPA. They are fighters to the end. They have they'll always have my respect. But they definitely showed it here today. So no shame in this loss to them. Congrats on making it that far. And yeah, we'll see if WIN can stave off their next opponent, which, like I said, I do not know who their next opponent is. I do not have their brackets up right now. I think one person said they can't stand up against BK1, so I'm wondering if they're next. Which would be unfortunate, because that means I can't stream that one. Well, I mean, I could, actually, because then the... yeah, I would be able to stream BK1 next week if I was streaming, but alas, I will not. Malbender, I'm not even sure. I mean, I'll take Malbender. Why not? Isn't that like Spanish for like death or something, or like bad? I don't know. I'll take it though. It looks like they're not going to do that. I'm wondering if they're just focusing on trading points with themselves to make sure that the rest of their group gets stuff. Actually, it wouldn't surprise me if I see a lot of people unshielding over here. A couple people have. One person, not a couple, just one. Dude, look at this skin. I love this skin. This is one of my favorite skins of all time. Like, the red one looks better, but the purple one's really good. Oh, never mind. Okay, now I know who that is. What's going on, Money? Good to see you, buddy. Money, I know you haven't been in the game for a while, but look at these crazy-ass skins that you have in the game now. It's really ridiculous. I just want to see if the super goes on over here. I really do. I mean, I get that too. But they were going to rally footwork. Probably Money. I would probably say that's about right. I mean, some of these are pretty legit looking skins, but yeah. Some of them are gambling skins where you have to like get like a loot crate of sorts and hope you roll it right. But yeah, wouldn't surprise me if some people spent $800 on those loot crates trying to get it. Look at this giant freaking Pegasus over here. Yeah, last time they did a fashion show for me because they had nothing else to do, which was really fun. I enjoyed watching that. Crazy skin. I just flipping out. This just flipping out over here. Good gracious. I'm wondering if WIN would set a fake rally to see if she would bubble, you know? Just to see if it would happen. Dude, I remember when we first hit P5 and we thought we were gods. Bella's trying to provoke it. Look at this, look at this, look at this. That is respect right there. That is so cool. Yep. Oh, Fallen Angel. Okay, they found Fallen Angel. I was about to say, I thought they were going to try and scare her into doing it. Oh, no. And yeah, we at that point, it's when it was so early in the game, Money, we were gods. We got the respect of the Chinese group that was there. Like, everything about that was just screamed that we were good. We were top 10 of that server. We absolutely were. No, dude, back in the simpler days, we did so well. The game has become so complicated, though. It's beyond complicated now. There's so many factors. There's so many things to do. It's not the same game it was. Golden Pony Life, yeah, Golden Pony. I do like my Golden Pony from the New York City event. I'm not gonna lie. Even though now it's not an exclusive skin, it's still pretty cool to have. No, I do play. I just don't put money into the game. The game has become kind of self-sufficient, where if you pay enough attention to it, not money, you actually can grow at a decent rate. It's not going to be ever as good as the monsters of this game, but it does provide a lot of more free stuff than it ever did when we were playing. So that's kind of the only reason why I'm still playing. That and because I'm with Tan over here. I've rejoined up with him. Oh, you're wearing it? Okay, I'll go look. Yeah, money. I'll show you the skin that we got at the New York event. Hold on. Which was at one point an exclusive skin, but oh no, that's not it. You're not wearing it. You're wearing this. What is this? Here, let me do this actually. Let me go out. No, can't do that. Yeah, for whatever reason I can't see it. Oh, King? He ended up transferring during the global transfer event, and he took his folks with him. Oh, you changed it? Okay. I'm wearing the guitar skin. Dude, that skin, I mean, if you like the guitar skin, then that's you. I get it, but I think it's one of the ugliest skins in the game. Yeah, it doesn't show it. I don't see it. I don't seize it. Oh yeah, Muffin definitely remembers King. I don't think he no, actually, I do think he still plays, but he doesn't know how to play. He doesn't throw out good contingents. He just rams soldiers into people and hopes for the best. Like, that's pretty much all I've ever seen him do. You forgot Reynad's name? He's the reason why you and I played. He's the reason why you and I met, dude. Which I've always held that against Clash of Kings, because obviously it'd be fun to make money by streaming and stuff. And I know Reynad wouldn't do that for free, so I know that they paid him. Reynad's a businessman. My day. It is what it is. Him and his ego are alive and well. Alright. So then King XX King XX is still around somewhere. Wait, he got to level 23 because they gave him like 10 million gold, all the stuff he could ever want. Well, you know, Reynad actually could have been a fun player if he actually went through with it, but he's too busy with his esport game and his own company. Like, there's no way. Like, after he pretty much fulfilled his duty, there was no way he was going to play that again, and we were fools to think he'd think otherwise. But I gotta hand it to him. He got me into this game, and he's helped me build up a YouTube community that's, you know, modest. Gotta hand it to him. But yeah, here, money, here, I'll show you some of the reports, because these reports have gone nuts now since you played. Nope, that wasn't it. Trying to find some of the castle rallies we were looking at before. Yeah, dude, look at that. 371 million power loss. I know that means nothing to you nowadays, but, I mean, you and I, in our heydays, we did, like, if we did, like, 15 million, we were, like, gushing. I mean, this is just ridiculous what we're looking at right now. That was an interesting rally. I think there was a similar one over here. Was it this one? No, I looked at that one before. Here it is. Yeah, 124. Nowhere near as significant, but yeah. Oh yeah, no, I remember when I hit 1 million power and I thought I was amazing. And then I broke 10 million and I'm like, dude, I can stamp to anybody now. And that was before they really accounted for equipment. Like I remember the exact day that they started counting equipment power. They buffed it significantly, and people with like 20 million power who I thought were juicy were like empty. I'm like, well, what the heck is this? Oh, you're from GFC? Yeah, dude, it's seriously getting so hard. Like, there's so much more you have to do, and if you play the game, like, if you play it, like, seriously for, like, hours, 2 or 3 hours, and you grinded all the dailies and stuff, you could actually grow. You could. But you have, it's almost like doing homework, really. Yeah, Michael, I get it. I mean, it's pretty much a second job. It's almost like Warcraft with doing all the dailies and such. It becomes a second job with raiding times and everything. You got to really enjoy the community that you're with and or enjoy the mindless grind. That's really the best way to enjoy the game. Obviously, and again, people who sink hundreds of thousands of dollars into this game, whatever. That's their hobby. I mean, there are people who make train set models that spend that much money on train set models. That's their hobby. Some people's hobby is this game. Nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. What's going on, Rinsler, then? Good to see you. Yeah, Money, you're right. Those are the days. Those are the days of pure paranoia. Oh, Bella switched her castle. Hey, Unicorn. What's up, Unicron? Well, of course, Malachi. We all did. Ask Money. Money and I joined the top Chinese group after we tortured them for months. Because they respected us, and they were like, well, shoot, we also really do not want to have this, have these guys ruining our farms. Because we were ruining their farms on a daily basis. Yeah, Michael. It's basically rock. This game is rock, paper, scissors. I mean, there is a meta, don't get me wrong. But the meta is starting to shift to literally, rock beats scissors, scissors beats paper, paper beats rock. So depending upon what type of troops you have, like in this group, we saw that their leader was an archer based, and it destroyed all the calves. So there's that. It's all rock, paper, scissors, guys. That's all it is. Money's reliving the glory days of taking out their farms. I'm pretty sure one of my original videos is still up there. I think it's called my plunder tutorial. And you're actually in there with your voice. And we're like, oh my god, we found he has like 5 million resources. And we were like so happy. That was one of the best videos. I love making that video. Probably spent more time making that video than any of the others. But it was fun. It was definitely fun. I think I even kept in that video when we got interrupted when they started like reinforcing. We're like, oh shoot, nah, we can't do this now. Oh yeah, Malachi, no, this game will always be pay to win. No matter what anyone says, no matter how hard people try, this game is pay to win. It absolutely is. You can have fun. You can even be a force if you're a rally joiner. Like, you don't have to really spend much or anything if you want to just be a rally joiner. Just make sure you're getting the right troops so that it just looks good, and then yeah, you can literally be a rally joiner, and rally setters enjoy those types of people. They get to maintain their spotlight, but they also have people helping them out. It's just if you want to be a leader of sorts, you have to be a spender. Pretty much. Yeah, I don't disagree. That kind of made our peaceful little 1865, I believe it was, into a war zone we had to merge. People kind of like merges nowadays, though. It's weird. Well, of course. Oh, yeah, no. I get it. So you either have to side with the 200 million guy, or you have to get ready to hunker down. That's just how it goes. people watch these new kingdoms like a hawk, and it's probably COK's biggest moneymaker, because people are in a frantic pursuit to pay to win and scare off the other people so they can be in control of a kingdom. That's been the song and dance for ages. Yeah, I agree. And they mostly did the mergers when they saw that a kingdom was being dominated by one group or there wasn't enough spending. So in order to get the only few spenders on those servers to spend was to merge them so that they had to beat the new rivals that were coming in. Oh, I totally agree. The moment that they announced we were doing a merge in 1865, I about lost. I lost heart. I was like, this is going to be horrible. We were in such domination, and now we're going to have to run for our lives. Like, I think I got zeroed within 3 days because I was still playing my normal cocky nature because, you know, I ran the other group with the Chinese folk, and now I'm being hit solo marched on by King and Tan. I'm like, this is horrible. It's absolutely horrible. But either way, folks, we have about 2 minutes before this match ends. Thank you for keeping me company. It was a good match from WPA. Unfortunately, their DC run is over for this year. WIM will pick up, and I'm actually, after this, I'm actually going to go ahead and leave now. I'm going to look, before I log out, I'm going to take a look and see who they're facing next. Because like I said, someone earlier in chat said they were going against BK1. Or at least they said if they face BK1, they're not going to win. So let's take a look really quick before we end this stream. They're over here, I believe. Yep, WPA. No, they're going up against VOV next. So let's take a look at this. So they're going to go up against VOV. TVB will go up against 100. TNR against PSI. AAA against MAN. WAT versus CHN. There's BK. BK1's going up against Triple R. DNK versus Psy. And then some of the... Actually, no, I'm sorry. That one's actually that one's about to happen over there. And that's about to be decided. So they'll go up against VOW. And that one is currently in the middle of matching. So they'll go up against FTW. So, yeah, like I said, guys, next week I will not be streaming. Please enjoy some of the other streamers until I come back next week. I'm sorry, the following week after that. Defender's Gift. Yeah, I love you, Tan. But yeah, everybody, thanks for watching. Special guest Money, who was my old partner back in the day. Good to see you as well. Muffin, thanks for being my good moderator. Malachi, good seeing you as well. Promake17, thank you for talking to me as well. Who else was in this chat eventually as well? Let's see. Scrolling up. Michael, thanks for talking to me earlier. That's mostly it. Sorry, there's one person there. I can't pronounce your name. They're asking me about some things. Levi, thanks for talking to me earlier if you're still here. Dean as well. Dean was the one who was talking about BK1, but they're going to be a while before they go in there. Help me with leveling to P6. I have an entire video on that. You should go watch my video, bruh. Although I know it is outdated. Although I think I do still have some of the new requirements on some videos as well. But yeah, nope, just the best advice I give you, Malachi, is literally do the dailies every day. Make sure you're constantly getting your prestige badges from them, your resources. If you have the construction hero, which is Bartholdi, where is he? Is it him? Yeah, if you have him, use his ability so that every 3 days you get a completely free upgrade except for speeds and prestige badges. I think there's also a second guy too. I think it's this dwarven guy. I think he's the second. Yeah, he is also the same way. If you have him, that's pretty cool too. The one YouTube creator that we watched who ended up being really dramatic. I don't know. There's a few of them actually, Money. I forget. Send your heroes to me. Yeah, Malachi, I'll make sure I send them right on over to you, buddy. Oh, goodness. All right, I'm going to do that really quick. All right, guys, I am out. I think I'm going to go play some Risk of Rain for a while. Just a little bored. But thanks, everybody, for watching. And until next time, I will see you on the battlefield. Take care, everyone.